Cowboy Bebop is one of those rare anime shows that people still talk about decades later, even if someone has never watched anime before. They've probably heard about this series because it has earned so much respect for its unique mood, its deep emotional storytelling, and its overall cool style that sets it apart from almost everything else in the genre. People have praised the music, the plot, and the beautiful visuals, but after almost 27 years, there is a simple truth that becomes even clearer. Cowboy Bebop is not a masterpiece because of one element alone. It is a masterpiece because every single thing in the show works together like pieces of one big puzzle. The series becomes special not because of separate things like music or writing, but because all those things talk to each other and create a world that feels real, emotional, and unforgettable. Cowboy Bebop came out in 1998, but fans who rewatch it keep discovering new details hidden in plain sight. The real secret of the show is not just the soundtrack, not just the tragic characters, and not just the stylish visuals. It is the connection between the story, the music, the world building, and the emotional tone. They are designed to support each other so well that the viewer feels everything without the show ever having to explain too much. This unity is what gives Cowboy Bebop its genius, and once you see how these elements fit together, the whole series becomes even more impressive. Cowboy Bebop is set in 2071, a time where humanity has spread across different planets and moons. But even though the world is futuristic, the show feels strangely old school. The creators intentionally used jazz, blues, and big band styles of music that were not very popular in the late 90s. The opening song is one of the most iconic anime intros ever made, and it doesn't even have lyrics. It sounds like something you would hear in a smoky jazz bar in the 1940s, not a show that takes place in space. This is a deliberate choice because the music sets a mood that tells us the world of Cowboy Bebop is futuristic on the outside but nostalgic and broken on the inside. The technology shown in Cowboy Bebop is advanced, but the world still feels messy, worn out, and grungy. Spaceships look like they've been repaired 100 times. Cities feel old, crowded, and full of crime. Everything feels like it belongs to a past that people are trying to hold on to rather than move away from. If these elements were separate, they would each be interesting. But when combined, they tell you something important about this universe. The future hasn't healed the past. People are still stuck emotionally, socially, and historically. This is exactly what the characters represent. Spike, Jet, and Faye are all characters who cannot escape their past no matter how hard they try. Spike is haunted by his old life in the Red Dragon crime syndicate. Jet carries wounds from betrayal and a failed career as a police officer. Faye literally comes from the past. She lost her memory and doesn't even know who she truly is because she was frozen for decades. All three characters try to move forward, but the world around them mirrors the same problem. Everything feels outdated, broken, and unable to let go of old pain. Cowboy Bebop uses music, visuals, and storytelling to show that not only the main characters, but the entire solar system is stuck in the past. Crime syndicates look like something from old gangster movies. Planets have a noir-style atmosphere where danger hides in every corner. People across the universe struggle with regrets, mistakes, and emotional baggage. This creates a thematic harmony between world building and character development, making everything feel connected. Interestingly, Shinichiro Watanabe, the creator, took a different path in his next major show, Samurai Champloo. While Cowboy Bebop looks backward emotionally and stylistically, Samurai Champloo breaks traditions and looks forward with modern music mashed into a historical period. But both shows use the same creative strategy, mixing music styles with different time periods to express deeper themes. The biggest reason Cowboy Bebop remains unforgettable is because everything in it supports the same message. The music expresses longing and sorrow, the characters express regret and search for meaning, the world expresses decay and nostalgia. All these elements strengthen one another. They don't fight, they work together. That's why Cowboy Bebop isn't just an anime, it's an experience that stays with people for years. The thematic unity makes the show timeless. Even decades later, new viewers can instantly feel what the series is trying to express. It's emotional without being dramatic, stylish without trying too hard, and deep without ever becoming confusing. Cowboy Bebop stays relevant because its message is universal. Everyone has a past they want to escape. Everyone experiences guilt, heartbreak, or memories they don't want to relive. Cowboy Bebop turns this universal feeling into a story that connects across generations. Cowboy Bebop continues to be studied, rewatched, and admired because its genius lies in how everything blends seamlessly. When you look back after 27 years, you can clearly see how the creators built a world where story, tone, music, and visuals are all tied to one central theme. People are always running from their past, but no matter how far they go, the past follows. This deep emotional truth is why Cowboy Bebop stands out not only as a classic anime, but as one of the most thoughtful and perfectly constructed shows ever made.